Breaking news tonight as tensions escalate in Eastern Europe.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today we are diving into one of the most talked about speculative military scenario videos on YouTube titled, Russia Invades Poland in 2026. Here's exactly how the war unfolds. In this video review, we're going to unpack the narrative, discuss the strategic and geopolitical arguments, examine the assumptions behind the scenario, look at how real-world military capabilities and alliances would factor in, and reflect on why such hypothetical content generates so much interest and concern among viewers today. The core idea of this piece is a detailed, what-if analysis of a possible Russian invasion of Poland in the near future, and what that would mean for Europe, NATO, and global security. To begin with, the video opens by setting a dramatic premise, imagining that in 2026 Russia makes a direct military move across Poland's eastern border. This immediately raises alarm because Poland is a member of NATO, and any armed attack on a NATO member could theoretically trigger Article 5, the Collective Defense Clause. The video frames this as an unprecedented escalation in European geopolitics and asks the viewer to consider how such a campaign might unfold. It draws on historical tensions between Russia and its neighbors, contemporary concerns about Russian intentions, and the broader context of ongoing conflicts in Eastern Europe. The first element the video highlights is the buildup to such a conflict. It suggests that years of military modernization and border posturing could precede any invasion, with armored brigades, air power, and logistical support being mobilized near the frontier. While this is a theoretical scenario, it mirrors real-world concerns about military buildups in other flashpoints, such as Russia's actions in Ukraine. The narration draws on publicly available data about force sizes and military hardware to create a realistic portrait of what an invasion force might look like. One of the early points made is about logistics and geography. Poland shares a long border with Russia's Kaliningrad exclave and Belarus, which is an ally of Russia. The video proposes that any attack route would likely exploit these geographic proximities. It paints a picture of rapid movement of mechanized units, supply lines stretched across vulnerable roads, and the immediate challenges of a cross-border assault. This kind of detail helps viewers visualize how geography and terrain can shape military strategy. Next, the explanation in the video turns to the immediate reaction from NATO. Here, the argument suggests that Allied forces in Eastern Europe, including American, British, and other European contingents, would respond urgently. The existence of NATO's enhanced forward presence battle groups in countries like Poland and the Baltic states is used to show how quickly a multinational force could be mobilized, though perhaps not without significant strain or delay. The scenario underscores how alliances are meant to deter aggression, and how their effectiveness would be a key factor in any conflict involving a member state. The video's narrative also speculates on the role of air and missile defense. It describes layered defenses mounted by both sides, emphasizing that modern warfare is not just about tanks and troops on the ground, but also about controlling the skies and defending against long-range strikes. Polish air defense systems, NATO AWACS surveillance aircraft, and Allied fighter jets are described as critical elements in attempting to neutralize incoming threats. These points draw on well-understood military principles about air superiority and integrated defense networks. The script also touches on economic countermeasures such as sanctions, trade embargoes, and financial isolation of aggressor states. The video situates these as part of the broader toolkit that democratic nations and alliances might use before, during, or after conflict. Economic instruments are often seen as alternatives to direct military engagement and can have profound effects on national economies. Lastly, the script reflects on audience takeaways. The primary goal of such speculative military scenario videos is to inform and provoke thought rather than predict the future. They challenge viewers to think about security issues, alliances, the balance of power, and the human cost of war. The fascination with these scenarios often lies in their dramatic potential, but also in their grounding in real geopolitical concerns that shape world events. In closing, This video review has walked you through the major ideas presented in Russia Invades Poland in 2026. Here's exactly how the war unfolds, unpacking its assumptions, the geopolitical logic it employs, and the broader context that makes such speculative content both compelling and cautionary. While scenarios like this are hypothetical, they remind us of the delicate balance that exists in global affairs, the importance of international cooperation, and the real consequences that arise when tensions escalate between nations. Thanks for watching and thinking critically with us.